lasts longer with Chromium.
Chromium, we are better together.
Welcome back. Central African Republic's new interim president, Grts Samba Panza, has called on the country's warring militias to lay down their weapons. The Chadian-born mayor of Bangui succeeds rebel leader Michel Djotodia, who stepped down after leading a rebellion in March 2013. We have details in this report.
There were 8 candidates in the running to replace Michel Djotodia, who was forced to stand down. Grts Samba Panza, who is the mayor of the capital Bangui, has a reputation for being a hard-working peace broker. She was elected in a second round of voting by 75 votes to an emotional round of applause. The new president immediately made an appeal to Christian self-defense militias, the Antabanaka, to disarm.
Show your support for my nomination by giving a strong signal. Lay down your weapons. I want my children, the former Seleka, to listen to my words as well. Give up your weapons.
The new president says her priorities are to disarm the militias, stop people suffering and unite all Central Africans. Grts Samba Panza was born in Chad of a Cameroonian father and a Central African mother. She speaks Arabic and is a Christian. So far she's been accepted by all of the belligerents. This is a strong point since she will lead the Central African Republic to elections in 2015. Her first challenge will be to set up a transition government.
The turmoil in the Central African Republic has severely affected regional trade. Huge columns of trucks from neighboring Cameroon are camped in the port city of Douala, unable to make it to the crisis-ridden country. Many truck drivers blame general insecurity and racketeering for the lack of movement across borders. We have details in this CFI report.
A game of poker to kill time in a makeshift camp while waiting for traffic to start again. In Cameroon, truck driver spirits are low. Since the beginning of the crisis in the Central African Republic, very few trucks have made it to the other side of the border. In 6 months, 2 Cameroon truck drivers have been killed in the Central African Republic. Insecurity and racketeering are blocking the way to Bangui. When it isn't the drivers, it's the trucks that are targeted.
The Seleka have taken 2 of our trucks. They were demanding 30 to 35 million per truck. At each post, a Seleka demands a fee as a formality, 10,000.
As an entrance and exit point for goods in the entire sub-region, the port of Douala is also suffering from the blocked traffic. The Douala-Bangui axis is vital, essential for the opening up of the Central African Republic to other regions, including Cameroon.
The Central African Republic has big companies that usually export wood from the port of Douala. This wood is now being stocked at Bangui and cannot reach the port of Douala. The Central African Republic is losing exports, and Cameroon is also being deprived of export taxes.
At the weighing post, an obligatory stop for trucks, a traffic deadlock is confirmed.
The Central African destination represents 25% of all the traffic that comes through. The biggest destination at the moment is Chad.
The few trucks that do make the road to Bangui stop and unload just before the border. From then on, insurance no longer covers them. The risk is too great for the transporters.
Security in the Winter Olympics host city, Sochi, is once again a cause for concern. Police in Russia wants people to look out for a woman they say is plotting a strike on the games, which are just set to start in 2.5 weeks. CNN's Phil Black has more.
Russian police are racing against the clock to find this woman, who they say may be working with a known terrorist organization, planning an attack on the Olympics. And she may already be inside Sochi ready to strike.
Obviously, the Russian security forces are concerned that perhaps people have already penetrated their outer perimeter and are in Sochi.
22-year-old Rozana Ibragimova is described as a Black Widow, a notorious type of suicide terrorist that's emerged in Russia's clashes with Chechen separatists. Police distributed flyers to hotels in Sochi and are asking staff to be on the lookout for her. Experts say there could be other so-called Black Widows planning a strike.
We shouldn't assume that she's the only one they're concerned about. She's likely part of a larger network that they're looking at.
Ibragimova is believed to be from Dagestan, a Russian republic in the Caucasus region. In the US, law enforcement agents have been conducting knock-and-talk interviews with people from that region for weeks, asking community members if there are any issues where they should be focusing. This morning, the Russian Anti-Terrorist Committee posted a statement saying they killed 7 rebels in Makhachkala, Dagestan, early last week. One of those killed is a Black Widow by the name of Zaira Alieva. All this after a new terror threat this past weekend from 2 young men in this video, claiming responsibility for twin suicide bombings in Volgograd last month. And they say, as for the Olympics, we've prepared a present for you. Terror analysts say Sochi is uniquely at risk because Islamic militant hotbeds are within the country, leaving the Olympics closer than ever to danger.
This group does not have to fly in from the Middle East or North Africa or Asia or some other remote location. They are already in the neighborhood.
Well, we now take a second break. We'll be right back.
Dr. Alhaji Yahya ATT Jameya Naik Staff Association present Asan Jai Gurgubond and the Sek Jeliba Kuate and the Kumaribond Yarin Danan Tinya Tiguni Asan Jai Jeliba Kuate Kumaribond Nasa de Fotinenko 31st January 2014 Gala Dinabo Exceptional Benjabi Hall Paradise Suite Hotel Tickets $1,500 Saturday 4th February 2014 Grand Dance Benjabi Hall Paradise Suite Hotel Tickets $500 VIP $700 Asan Jai Akdomun Jeliba Kuate Nebutiyama Live show Sunday 2nd February 2014 Bakau Stadium. Get ready. Asanjai Jeliba Kuate Humanity Stars tickets Khalinu Lalen $75 Maggie $100 VIP $300 Naik Staff Association you can learn Khabeti Nasa Dylan Idulunumel Kakatay Batas and se Perbukhar from Dakar Senegal Moudou Moussa Wagan Khalidang Balo Li Bulenko Ken Netali.
It was a rare mix of the old, young men and women, and at times some memorable sighting of even celebrity artists who joined in the fun during the 3-on-3 basket tournament at the Independence Stadium. It's all over now, but not after another thrilling night of competition. Ababuka Senghor saw the best of actions on the final day.
Scenes at the old stadium housing the basketball lawn resemble a carnival. This is basketball's very own way of starting a new year. The finals of the 3-on-3 tournament was a spectacle. The young, old, men and women of basketball persuasion filled the stands and cheered loudly every move on the court. There were thrilling contests, not least the ones that pitted U.S. Embassy against Africell and that of the Peace Corps and Trust Bank. Another contest saw a young Blue Angel side beat Kodu Secondary to win gold. There was time too for the celebrities to display their talents on the court. MLC, Braincracker and Killer Ease taking center stage. It was a day for intricate moves, slam dunks, sharp shootings and 3-pointers, and the mic for another day. There was so much fun and energy on and off the court, much to the delight of organizers.
It was exciting. If somebody really believes in something, you don't just give 10% or 80% or even 100%. You give 200%. And I think that's what I did, and I think that's what my executive did, and I think that's what the volunteers all did, and I think that's what even the media houses, they all came out in their large numbers. And I think also that's what the artists did. So everybody just gave 200%, and that's why we have such a successful tournament.
Where do we go from here?
From here, we will aim for the maize tournament, and then we will start our league, inshallah. But still, we're looking for sponsors for us to be able to sponsor our league. And as usual, I'm really pleading to everybody that we need to have that indoor basketball court.
So much planning was put into this tournament with a number of sponsors